Game number 1 looked clean, looked precise for Team Sexy, but cybercats, they will have their chance to mount up a response in game number 2. How successful will they be? We'll be finding out once we do get ourselves into the draft. The Team Sexy are now going to be on the Radiant side, whereas cybercats, they will be on the Dire, having themselves a first pick as well. I don't know about the stats for the first pick here, so I'm gonna have to find out. But it has been a big winner overall throughout the DPC, throughout some third-party tournaments. The first pick has been looking good in 733. I mean, it's normal. It's normal that it's looking good because I mean, the heroes that are being played currently, the universal heroes, some of them are just too strong. And then if you can get one of those in the first phase and ban out 3 heroes that you are gonna have trouble with, well, then everything is gonna be looking up for you for sure. See if that's gonna be something that cybercats can utilize in their draft to win here and force out a game 3. Game number 2, they didn't. In game number 1, they didn't really do all that well for themselves. So, what did cybercats play versus Sibe? Okay, so they played an offlane Bloodseeker. They played a carry Medusa themselves. The thing is that Sibe is just not looking good. They played 3 series in this first week, and well, it didn't go too well for them. That's just the cold hard truth. Whereas cybercats, no, they beat only them. Team Sexy, they beat Moneymakers with, I'd say, relative ease, but Matryoshka completely trashed them. Doesn't mean much. It might just mean that Matryoshka are super strong. The Matryoshka did lose to StoRm. One of those games did go over 60 minutes long. So we'll see. We'll see if that does end up meaning anything, looking through the heroes here being picked in Division 2. Techies is definitely at the top of the list. 10 picks, 60% win chance or win rate. The Batrider has... Bugna has been picked 7 times with a 0 win rate. Ooh. Okay, so the teams are gonna be staying away from that one for sure. Like, I don't see many teams staying with it. How's the Spirit Breaker looking? He's 1 and 3 as well, so some really interesting stats here. In the Eastern European DPC Division 2. There are some issues with the lobby, so that's why we're not getting into the draft immediately. Once those are all resolved, we are gonna be focusing on draft, of course. Can't get into the draft. The lobby has some issues, so you're gonna have to bear with us until a problem has been found. Void Spirit very successful. Stone Spirit very successful. Not much Ember, if any. Seems like the Ember wasn't played at all. Check. Okay, so there were 2 Ember Spirits games. He's 50%. Okay. The hero has fallen off, definitely. Not something that at the start people were picking quite a lot of. Not any longer. With that being said, guys, we do have a draft on our hands. Everything has been fixed. Our admins are always working very hard to fix every single problem that might come out, and it did happen this time as well. As soon as the problem came in, bam, they're there to fix it, and we are here to start the draft. So Team Sexy, despite dealing with it really well in the previous game, they do ban out the Wind Ranger. And surprise, surprise, we are going to be seeing a Techies. Team Sexy, they go for the Bugna and the StoRm, and that 0% win rate hero, it might change now. Wait, I kind of feel like Rob casted one earlier. Did it win?
10 seconds remaining.
Having a like an idea that it won. No, it lost. It did lose. was like maybe he didn't get into... Okay, there was
Dire
one game
team
today
back.
where the Pugna won, but it wasn't updated just yet. So there were 9 games played of the Pugna, and the hero does have 1 victory. So he's not at 0% any longer, but, you know, a little bit over 10%, maybe 11, isn't really something to go
10
brag
seconds
about
remaining.
as a hero. Still with the Storm Spirit in
Radiant
on his side, it's going to be a
Dire
big
team
deal.
back.
Cybercats are going to be going for the 2 supports here, one of which is going to be a Silencer, a great counter to both the Storm and the Pugna. We'll see how well that works out for him. And Team Sexy, they're banning out the co-op. Okay. They don't want to be laning versus that
10
as a Storm.
seconds remaining.
Makes sense. It's a lot of burst damage as well, which kill the Pugna. You know, you're just a Pugna, minding your own business, refilling the mana of the Storm, and then a random Sonic Wave that goes through everybody just kills you. Because some lady just can't keep her mouth shut, but she's screaming everywhere. Talking about the Queen of Pain, of course. It is a really nasty way to go. You are there, trying to save lives, and someone's scream kills you. Cybercats, they ban out the Slark. Pretty good against both of these heroes. Though I didn't really see it as something banworthy. I guess 7 Jesu is a pretty mean Slark player.
Radiant team
He knows
Dire
what he's
team
doing
back.
for sure. Have they played any Slark so far? Nope, he didn't get a chance to. They did play the Juggernaut. And I really think that that hero is something that is being underutilized. Talked about the Emperor, he will be removed. I'm actually very surprised considering that you have a Storm Spirit, but
5 seconds
the Emperor is a
remaining.
good hero versus the Pugna. The Sleight of Fist does break the drain, so it can be a nuisance and an annoyance, 2 in 1 for a Pugna in general.
Radiant
Cybercats,
team back. Radiant
they get rid of the
team
Faceless Void. And the Void Spirit as well, so no Voids will be in this game. Team Sexy
Dire team pick.
looking to end this one with a 2-0. They will go for the Enchantress. That's their approach. They want the strong lanes. And I like it. It gives you vision and it's strong laning potential. The thing is that if you're laning versus the techies, you're not necessarily going to be winning it. But you want constant pressure here versus
10
a
seconds
team fight
remaining.
oriented lineup around the Global Silence.
Dire
Cybercats,
team
though, they haven't really shown much. They will go for the Puck, which is a nice Storm counter. Also does go well with your Kinkers of the Silencer, because it doesn't matter who is doing the silencing. It still doubles the damage and stops the duration there. So Puck is nice. And
10 seconds
a big
remaining.
damage dealing core. That's what you need right now. Physical damage. The thing is, if
5
you
seconds remaining.
do want, you can leave the carry for your last pick.
Radiant team
A lot of
pick.
carries have already been taken out. They will go for the Doom. They're putting a lot of emphasis on these silences. But I like it. You need the BKB, you need the Lincolns, you need a lot of things that will protect you if you want to live in this game. The only thing is that Team Sexy, they constantly want to fight. Cybercats, they
seconds
cannot
remaining.
constantly fight. They will need the Doom, they will need the Coil, they will need the Global
5
Silence, and that is
seconds
when
remaining.
Team Sexy are going to be striking. So to me, this looks like Cybercats. They're probably going to want a organized, slow-paced game. Whereas Team Sexy, they're like, let's go here, let's go there. Stuff like that. With the Pugna Storm, you can definitely do whatever you want. So Monkey King is banned, Slark is banned. Those are good heroes versus the Doom in lane. Medusa also out of the picture, which would have been nice too. What did they play? Team Sexy. So yeah, they did play the Juggernaut. I feel like that could be a pick here for Team Sexy. It is probably gonna get banned out, so you can just pick it up here. They also played the PL. PL looks decent, but I'm afraid that the laning stage, the Scorched Earth does hurt you quite a lot. They did lose with the PL in 20 minutes, so didn't have a lot of success with it earlier.
Dire team banned.
What's it gonna be, Team Sexy? They decide to go for a Sven. Sven. Not a lot of physical damage on the side of cybercats. They're full magical and they have quite a ton of it, so I'm not really sure about the Sven. I was expecting a hero that doesn't care much about magic damage, you know, the Juggernaut, the maybe a
5
lifestealer who has
seconds
been ignored for the most part in the meta. But a Sven? I mean, Warcry is nice, but in this game in particular, it does nothing for you.
Radiant team ban.
Not a fan. They will ban out the Spirit Breaker, so they might be gearing up for a Juggernaut themselves on the side of cybercats. Versus the Pugna, it can be annoying to play, but you do get the Nullifier at some point.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Team Sexy, taking their time with the bans. They have reserved time to work with. A minute left. We'll get rid of the Terrorblade, high armor hero, good versus the Sven. Anything else? Slark is already out of the picture. That's the one hero that the Sven really hates. Like everything other than the Slark you can deal with. A Slark? No. Like, just no.
5 seconds remaining.
Cybercats. What did they play? So PL. PL, no. I think Juggernaut is probably the best. It's gonna get banned out. I still feel like it.
Radiant team ban.
Is there something else? Let me check the heroes that comes to mind as a good pick versus what they have currently. Maybe a Templar Assassin? Would that be a possibility? A TA? Seeker is still in the pool, actually. They will ban out the Ricky, though.
10 seconds remaining.
Blood Seeker in the pool. That could be a play. The Sven doesn't like running
5
around when he's
seconds
ruptured.
remaining.
Nobody does. And the Sven likes running around overall. Jugger Seeker. Those are the two I see. You could all go for like a Magnus. But I would be... Oh no, he got banned out. I know Magnus for you. Makes sense. The Magnus would have been great for Team Sexy themselves. So what's gonna be? They could go for like a Lifestealer, which eats the Sven, annoys him. Troll. But I think Jugger, Seeker, TA are the things that come to mind the most. They're really thinking about it. I mean, when you just don't have that many things left, it's a problem.
Radiant team pick.
We've already seen that the CK doesn't work. They go for the Morphling. I forgot about the Morphling. That's a mixture of both magical and physical damage, and I like that. Versus the Sven, that actually makes a lot of sense. Can kill the Pugna quite nicely. Can kill the Enchantress quite nicely. I love the Cybercats lineup, but then again, I love their lineup in the last one as well, and they
10 seconds remaining.
they ended up getting smacked. I think that's the
5 seconds remaining.
best way to put it. So what's the play here, Team Sexy? What lanes well versus the Morphling? What did they play in the past? Okay, they're gonna make their decision.
Choose your hero.
Oh, they forgot about the Darkseer. Sven, if there's a combo with an offlaner that he loves to play with, is the Darkseer. Like, Centaur is okay, but the Darkseer Surge is just something too huge. And other than the Doom, you don't have anything to purge it off, and that's just one Doom. So even if somebody gets Doomed, there's gonna be a Surge to run away. The illusions of the Morphling are something you want to use. In this game in particular, you don't have any Universal or Agility heroes to build a Aghanim Scepter for. I really like this last pick from Team Sexy. I think they could be taking this one 2-0. It looks like an amazing one, really. And it is a hero that builds into a Guardian Greaves, builds into a Lotus, so he's not really going to be too afraid of either the Doom or the Silencer. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm really loving this coming out from Team Sexy. Cybercats forgetting about that one. I know they banned out the Magnus, but they forgot about the Darkseer, which is maybe even gonna be just as dangerous. Just as dangerous here in game number 2, and they're already one game behind, so if they lose this one, the series is out, and that's not a good way to start. I mean, the first week with the 1-1 score, not great. With that being said, we are gonna be getting into the game. Before that, a word from our sponsors.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Prepare for battle.
And here we are with game
wish to
number 2
recap
of
your
Team
last
Sexy
move.
vs Cybercats, our last game of the day here in this 3-game day. We're seeing the Cybercats are not favored any longer. They are actually the ones that are they're gonna be seen as the underdogs after the performance of game number 1, and the Darks here versus the Morphling does not help their case. So let's see how it pans out here in game number 2. It is going to be very interesting to see after that kind of a stomp if Cybercats can bring it back. Both of the wards in the mid lane on the exact same spot. We'll see if that does give any info
30 seconds
to
battle.
one or the other team. For now, no sentries will be dropped, so the wards will survive. Nefrit, there's gonna be a pause. Today we've had a long pause, a 20-minute one in the first series of the day. That series went 2-0. Luckily, we didn't get behind schedule, but it is always a bummer. Ended up okay, but still. Doesn't feel good. So we are waiting for the ping issues to resolve. If I saw correctly, it was Dark Lord that was saying that he was having issues. No, it was the Kalis actually. Either way, Cybercats are the ones that are they're struggling at the moment with that. Okay, they're ready to go. Team Sexy are ready to go, and we're gonna be hopping back into the game. A lot of pings coming out right after the pause. Nefrit coming forward. They put down the sentry. Do they see the ward? They most definitely do. It will be taken out. Team Sexy, they secured themselves a nice influx of golden experience there before starting off the laning stage. I'm liking that they're not sending the Enchantress versus the techies. You want your Enchantress to win the lane. Versus the Morphling Silencer, I think that's going to be possible because you will be able to out-harass the Silencer. Or at least go even with him. And then the Darkseer will have free reign of the lane. If the Darkseer is free, that's quite nice. What you want to be doing with level 1 on Cybercats, they're trying to deny everything so that you are you're delaying those early levels on the Darkseer, especially the level 3. And also, 9 class might not be a melee hero to utilize the shell all that much, but he can get melee creeps who are going to be running in with the shell, so that's definitely going to make a difference. Force Majeure until the end, engaging in some battle. There are bombs exploding, sticky bombs exploding as DK Focus. Well, if it's a 1 versus 1 duel, will be quite fine. Mirage, G. They are. It should be a StoRm favorite matchup in terms of CS, but later on, the puck is a problem for you. But that laning phase could turn out to be a big problem because the StoRm is really quite ways ahead of the puck. We'll see if he'll be able to equalize that or at least get close in the next couple of waves. Seven Jesu. Farming okay. For a Sven, it's all about the stacks later on. But very rarely do I see heroes just completely coming back after a bad laning stage. Even a hero like a Sven. You want to keep farming constantly. Ducalis is coming in to block the camp. He will be able to do it. Gets slowed down. The TP comes out. Nothing that we can break it with. And he's going to be more than happy taking that one down. Does use a lot of mana and HP for it. But he has a salve and the mangoes to keep himself relevant in the lane. The Doom is struggling in CS. So is the Darkseer. So Morphling is actually having a really good start. They're not able to pressure him enough, so that he has to morph more into strength. So he's using that extra damage that he has, morphing into agility and just getting everything he wants, even as the 6 denies. There was this old approach that people would send the Doom versus the Darkseer 1 versus 1 just to win the lane. The Doom doesn't have as much regen as he used to, so it's not as viable. But the Doom is definitely considered the Darkseer's counter. If you have good vision, the Darkseer is the one that you want to Doom. Yep, next to the Pugna, next to the StoRm, the Darkseer is the one you don't want to be allowing to use spells in a fight, because if he does, you're in trouble. The problem I see here for cybercats is, even though they have a good jump, they don't have good vision to set up for that jump. And if you do not see properly, well, you can't do much, unless you're Daredevil. Pause now. It was Team Sexy. So first this was cybercats having some issues. Now it's Team Sexy who will, after just a couple of seconds, ask for a continuation of the game. For now, cybercats are not responding. Maybe somebody's muted. Go and ready, okay.
Denied!
And the game continues. 3 minutes in, again no kills, a very passive start. Pretty much the same as what happened in the previous game. Almost no differences there. The offlaners are struggling, but unlike the Sven, the Morphling is having an amazing time, whilst the Sven is just having an okay one. With that being said, the biggest difference is in the mid lane, really. Like, between those two, the StoRm is coming out heavily ahead. He did push the wave into the puck, so that could equalize or get close to equal. Other than smashing each other's faces here between the Pugna and Becky's, there's been nothing going on in the game, really. Like, there was that one TP from the Silencer where it looked like he could be in trouble, but he just TP'd out without any issue, and that's it. Oh, Nefrit. He knows that there's a lot of creeps there. That could be our first blood. The Silencer is dropping low. The Silencer is dead. And they want more. Oh, jumping rope inside water. That seems pretty hard. Dark Lord is taking some damage. The Wildering Ripper doesn't care about the tower shots at all. And that Morphling is taking an overwhelming amount of damage. He's gonna lose all of his Morphling. Potentially just gets ran down. That's what we were talking about. The creep with an Ion Shell. And that's a big deal. The Darkseer now will be ahead of the Morphling. Not the starting lane that you wanted. There's gonna be a third one just like that. People are starting to drop till the end. Could be in some trouble. He's a fast Pugna. One of the fastest heroes in the game. Doesn't really need much to outrun a Doom. That being said, we get 3 kills just like that, propelling all 3 of the cores on the side of Team Sexy to the top of the network chart. Doesn't get much better than that. Till the end, going for DK Focus, who does have the 1 charge. He turns around with the Infernal Blade, and the Techies is back. You don't really want to be staying there to fight, because you're super low, and you could be in trouble. So, 9 class, he has found a nice creep for himself there. The Warpine Raider wants some blood. Might be getting it here, especially if an Iron Shell comes out on it. Dark Lord, he's killing the other Warpine Raider, understanding that is a very, very hard creep to deal with. The 9 class, he needs no Iron Shells. He can just do it himself. The Siege Shot slows enough, and he does have the enchant as well. We get the kill. 7 Jesu gets the stun off there onto DK Focus to run away, and the Warcry
Radiant's
We'll give him the
bottom
movement
tower
speed
is
necessary
under
to get
attack.
himself out. That's a level 5 Darks here with the Vanguard. Dives are just gonna be so easy for him. The only one struggling somewhat is the Sven, and even that we cannot call struggling. He's getting good levels, he's getting okay farm, and being the hero that he is, he's
Radiant's
definitely gonna
bottom
be able
tower is under
to
attack.
get his farm up there through creeps.
Radiant structures are
Rush with a haste. He found Young G. He's going to be taking a ton of damage there. He drops down the coil. He's afraid of being brought down, and StoRm doesn't want to break the coil. So the coil will expire, but it will not land in a kill. Cybercats are probably relying on that one, meaning now
Dire's middle
you
tower
can go
is
to the
under
side lanes if
attack.
you're Mirage and dive
Dire's
people and not be afraid
structures
of the
are
TP of the
fortified.
puck. But for now, they just want to keep the siege creep alive. And with the Warpine Raider, they're pulling the
Dire's
creep
middle
wave
tower
back.
is under
It's
attack.
not going to be too hard to do. Let's see, they get the Arcane Curse, and it seems like the Siege Creep will die. StoRm jumping in. He wants to fight. The Silencer is taking a lot of damage. Look at that Siege shot. Ooh, he wants more. Young G, you think you're running away, and you're very much wrong. Force Majority, you get the Sticky Bomb out, and with the Blast Off, he gets himself away till the end, thinking about chasing.
Dire's
He
middle
will
tower
stop.
is under attack.
And that Arcane Curse, it was refreshed on the StoRm a couple of times, but not enough to really threaten his life. He also finds a bounty rune. He's going to be more than
Radiant
fine.
are
This is
scanning.
looking amazing. A 6-0 start for Team Sexy, a 3k gold lead. And the mid lane tower dead. With Cybercats, their playmaker, the puck, having absolutely nothing. This is a Doom lineup. I think he didn't max out the Devour, but still. Effort. They tried to make the illusion of the Morphling. Not going to be that successful with it. Misses the wall. Imagine. That kind of feels like you're building a wall, building a house, and you build it in the wrong place. So,
Radiant's bottom tower
not
is
the,
under attack.
not the best of works coming out from the Darks here. Those Warpine Raiders have really been doing work. The Siege shot bouncing between the puck and the Collis, it was just an overwhelming amount of damage. You don't expect a creep to be doing that much. The Invis rune is on the puck, so maybe he can find something with it. Are we looking with the stacks? So a double stack in the triangle for the Sven and nothing next to the statue. Till the end. Are Cybercats finally gonna get themselves on the board? It looks that way, and he will take out here. Pugna gets one more blast off before he definitely drops down to the flaming sword of DK Focus. Look at the top lane. That is gonna be the Enchantress finding the Hill Troll Warlord, and he will summon, or actually the Hill Troll Summoner, and he will summon those skeletons, making sure that they rally around the tower and get it down. The glyph will get used by Cybercats, meaning that they won't have it for 5 minutes now. It's already refreshed in the mid lane. Oh, Young G. C7 Jesu. This is a big kill if he can get it. Just wants him to be alone. He has only one level in Waning Rift, so 7 Jesu really isn't that easy of a target. He was calculating there in his mind, but he didn't get the calculations right. The wall gets placed on the top lane. Again, Young G, he used the coil again. There's gonna be a Doom on the Stone Speed. He's looking very much dead with the Arcane Curse on him. He'll be slowed down forever. That's gonna be refreshed until he's dead. Till the end, he's looking very much dead as well, and he'll be losing his life. Nefrit TPing in to do absolutely nothing. He wasn't able to assist his team. They were diving Dark Lord on the top lane unsuccessfully, and with his TP to the mid lane, that dive isn't gonna continue. Still, it was a Doom used, a coil used, so now Team Sexy are definitely gonna be wanting to fight. Midas is done on the Doom, so it is gonna be delivered right now as we speak. He's waiting for the courier to bring him his golden hand. Mirage? Falcon Blade at the ready. He had a really good laning phase, and he is still quite up there in terms of net worth. But definitely, the death to the Doom will be something that he's not gonna think too highly of. Pugna goes for a solo smoke. He has a Kobold following him to give him gold, and he will show himself till the end. He doesn't have level 6. The Enchantress does, but he didn't pick up his ulti, so it's really not that big of a deal. Whereas the Techies and the Silencer, they are getting towards their level 6s. The Silencer, he gets this right now. Currently doesn't have the mana, but will have it fairly soon. It is a very mana hungry spell. 300 mana level 1. That's a lot. 300, 450, and then 600 later on. They want the Darkseer. This is a big kill if you can get it. And he's looking very much done for. They come in with the blast off. They saw him on vision. He's going to use the surge, running around. He breaks the coil. He's still looking very much dead. And it will be the Morphling contributing to the damage as well. That makes sure that he goes down to Kalis, the one that claims it. That's definitely the biggest kill that you can get. Especially just before he finishes his mech. So despite a really bad start there to the laning stage and some first couple of rotations, cybercats have managed to bring this back. It was a 6-0 start, now it's 6-4. It's looking much better for them than just 5 minutes ago. Mirage, he finds a DD. We'll be walking around for now. Force Majeure, running away from top lane. The mech's still not done for Nefrit. Overall, it's just farming time. The Sven is not keeping up though. The Doom is starting to get way ahead of the pack. What's he gonna go in terms of items? He has the Vanguard and the Arcane Boot, so it is gonna be a
Radiant are scanning.
Octarine Core. So Octarine Core Midas on the Doom. His farm is gonna be insane. Bye-bye, Nefrit. You're gonna get doomed right now. Actually, can he get out? It seems like he'll be able to outrun his enemies, and he knew that this was coming. Very nice Spidey Sense tingling there on the side of Darkseer. Because of it, he will survive. Team Sexy, they're going for a smoke, but every single ulti is ready. Doom at the ready. Global Silence at the ready. The Pocket doesn't have the resources to fight. So this might work out well for you. The Techie's in a bad position. He is dead. He is so very much dead. He will get the reactive taser out, so that might allow him to live. Life drain not gonna be enough there, and Force Majeure going for a TP out, not gonna be happening. Mirage, he dodges the reactive taser with the ball lightning and makes sure that the right click does connect there to deal just enough damage. The gold lead is mostly coming from the supports here, though. Team Sexy supports are no pushovers. The Pugna doesn't really need much farm, but the Enchantress could be an issue later on. The Puck is really struggling. Like, that's a seriously hard life, living in poverty. Ducalis, looking very much dead. Speaking of poverty, he's the poorest guy on the map, and he'll be taken down. There's gonna be 2 supports in quick succession going down, and Team Sexy getting another 2 kills to their name. Doom went for the Purge Creep. That's quite nice. Warcry gone. Decrepify gone. That's actually amazing. You can even take away the overload of the storm, but that really doesn't change much, does it? What can you remove from yourself? Decrepify as well. Enchant. And that's about it. Slow from the storm there again. This doesn't matter all that much.
I like what I see.
Octarine Core is done for the Doom. That's farm mode, and considering that this series really has been a slow approach from both teams, this is as good as it gets for the Doom, right? You're just gonna be devouring creeps, turning them into gold. Quite nice. I don't necessarily know if you do want to take this one late. Doom is a problem, but the Darkseer with the wall versus the Morphling might be a bigger one. Foil, Enchantress, in trouble, taking a lot of damage, TP out. Yeah, that's not gonna work. You don't have the Ignatius Attendance, you don't have your life. He did have the raindrops there, but really no chance in hell that he was gonna be able to survive through it. The Doom does have the great healing Lotus, so he can restore 400 of his HP and mana if he wishes to do so. Only 13 kills 16 minutes in, not even a kill per minute. That's just not something that we see too often. Morphlink, Lincoln Sphere done. He wants the Yasha. He's thinking about an Aghanim Scepter, so curious to know who he's gonna be turning into. Like, Enchantress? Not a universal hero. They don't have any. Oh, the Darkseer is a universal hero. I forgot about that one. Yep. So I guess you turn into the Darkseer. He's gonna have decent stats. You take 40% stats, you're gonna be super strong, and actually with the Surge, you're gonna be able to do whatever you want. Makes sense, makes sense. I doubt he's gonna be turning into anybody else. Because the other ones don't scream stats at all.
Is under attack.
Oh, Doom. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Darkseer. You're very much dead. This is something that they want every single engagement to finish him off. He's not going for the Guardian Greaves. I don't know if I agree with that one. Versus the Global Sans, it's kind of a necessity. But probably he'll go for it later on. The gold lead is not decreasing though. No, they found the Morphling. Lincoln Sphere will protect him now. The Global Science comes through. Mirage, he removes the Global Science there. He did have the Illusion Rune, and now they're going for the Morphling. They have the Orchid, and it's very much dead. Force Majeure Kazora says, kill me as well. I want to be a bonus. Me as well. No problem. Will be taken down by 7 Jesu. Continues swinging his big sword. He will cut down both of them. Cutting water.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Not something
attack.
that I would attempt, but the Sven will definitely be successful at doing so.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Taxi. They now know that there's no Global Science, there's no Doom. Doom on cooldown for 35 seconds, not that big of a cooldown because of the Octarine Core. But Doom, you don't want to be there. Believe me, my friend, that's gonna be a big hero. Like he does have the Gossamer Cave that's gonna be slightly protecting him, but now surrounded by so many heroes, 4 of them will easily take down the Doom, the highest network hero from Cybercats, and just like that, things fell apart. The Sven bought his Blink. They went for the Morphling. The Lincolns even surprised him, and it didn't matter. It really did not matter. They jump in onto the puck. There's the Orchid. He's just gone. One more hit. It's gonna be enough. Force Majeure went into the backlines, but the Collis now is gonna be taken down as well. And Force Majeure, there's absolutely nothing that you can do. The reactive taser will help him, disarming his enemies for the time being. But ultimately, he will fall as well as 7 Jesu. He's on a killing spree now. So many heroes dying. 4 here in quick succession. You can say 6 if you count the 2 on the bottom lane. Just like that, they get themselves so far ahead with the 14-6 score. Finally, we're going to be seeing some action. Orchid coming into play so much from the Enchantress. StoRm, he went for a Sanjin Kaya, but it feels like he has the Orchid because every single time he jumps, 9 classes in the vicinity to help him. That being said, at least StoRm cannot kill the Puck solo. Puck might be thinking about a Yules. Nope, he's gonna be going for a Sanj into a Sanjin Kaya. Cybercats, they have to go for a smoke. They feel like it's a necessity to find somebody at this moment.
Are scanning.
G, he does have a blink and the Witchblade. Pretty much the only thing that the Puck needs. He's just severely underfarmed. Under-leveled as well, only level 12. His mid-lane counterpart isn't that higher in levels either. Puck, nice grab of the rune there. Uses the orb. The Colossus is dead. There's gonna be a vacuum, a wall as well. Where do you go? You do have the Glimmer Cave. That's not gonna be protecting you forever. Finally, he does come. He is gonna be spotted. And a couple of hits there onto the Colossus will definitely take his life. DK Focus still continuing to ramp up the farm. I mean, he does have that kind of a build. But Be TPing to the bottom lane to try to save the Morphling. Nobody's saving the Morphling. He will purge the Sven off, and he's just standing his ground there. Who wants to fight? Come at me. Come at me if you dare. Here I come. Force Majority with the explosion there. We'll make sure that the Sven does explode. And help is coming from Team Sexy. cybercats, he should be happy killing the enemy carry. That's enough. You have to run. Force Majority will have the TP to get himself out. The StoRm didn't want to jump. Because of it, it is going to cost them a bonus kill. 1 for 1. Sven's life, though, much more valuable than the Morphling. Though, in terms of net worth, yes. In terms of win condition, I feel like cybercats without the Morphling don't win. Team Sexy, they need Sven just to take down the Raxes, right? Whereas the Vacuum Wall and the other ones, they can kill heroes. Enchantress is also doing massive amounts of damage with the 4 points in Impetus and the Orchid. It's Roche time. No Doom, no Coil. Global Silence is at the ready though. That could change something. But they do want the Aegis for their Storm Spirit. Sven comes back. Gonna be focusing on farming. They're actually coming to assist his team. Sven is coming, and he really doesn't need to be here, to be honest. It feels like he wants the Aegis with him coming over. No, it is gonna be the Storm getting it. That makes a lot more sense. Through the Twin Gate they go. There wasn't any kind of a setup there from cybercats waiting for him. Young G, better run. He does have a Sange there, so the status resistance at the ready will help him slightly to deal with the Orchid. StoRm jumps in. He has been Glimmer Cape. He still has the Aegis. The next item will be the Hex, but for now he will be ignored. cybercats doing a good job dodging the fight. As I mentioned in the draft, it's all about making the game non-clowny, a clean game from both teams. Fighting, when we have ultis, on vision, stuff like that. That's the type of the game that cybercats prefer. Team Sexy, they're not really in trouble even if the game is slow. But they'd much rather be getting some pickoffs with the StoRm and making sure that the game is constantly there's constantly something happening in the game. They go for a tier 2, the glyph will be used, it will be refreshed immediately after this one, but they're still gonna try to do as much as they can versus it. They have the Dark Troll Summoner who will make sure that the tower has something to attack, and Team Sexy, they've successfully taken down the tier 2 despite the glyph being used. cybercats, their tower will fall. And the next one on the top lane could be in some trouble as well as cybercats. The only thing they're doing is farming on the Morphling. He has the Manta. He's thinking about an Aghanim Scepter. And DK Focus, he has been found. He does have a BKB. Will he use it? Not before the stun comes out. And here's the Sven. Now, even if you use that BKB, the question is, will you be able to run out? He gets the Doom onto the Sven. Now it's time to run. BKB and the Sven will be protected for quite some time. Fifth is going to be purged off there. Vacuum Wall onto the 3 of them. There's so many illusions. They see them and the StoRm will be jumping in. He wants the Callis. Doesn't even want to use his global science. He understands that this fight is over. He's just running for his life. And it seems like Nefertiti's just faster to Callis. He needs some better conditioning there because this Darkseer can run circles around him. cybercats, they lose 2 heroes, 2 of their supports, they lose the tower as well. No Coil, no Doom, 2 big teamfight spells out the window, and you don't get anything for your troubles. Gold is back to 8k. Win probability 83% for Team Sexy. Really looking to win this one with a 2-0. And by the looks of it, that's exactly what's going to happen here. cybercats, I watched them in another tournament just a week ago, I want to say. And they looked much better, much cleaner. I just mean the Team Sexy, these guys are not playing around. Morphling. See some Lotuses there. Actually, also some pretty good odds for Team Sexy. I actually expected the difference to be bigger, considering that it's looking really good for them, and cybercats are definitely on the back foot with a 10k gold deficit. The Doom finally gets a Blink Dagger, so that's That's pretty
Dire's
big.
bottom tower is
He will
under
have
attack.
his initiation too. StoRm has a Hex though, so that's a much better initiation tool. Jumping in onto the Morphling, he's gonna get the Hex. He's getting the Morph off though. He has the Manta as well, so he's not gonna be in any kind of trouble. DP for the Doom. He's gonna be canceling his stun on the StoRm. He still has the Aegis, and they will find and Morph illusion there with the wall. Jumping in again. Mirage lost a ton of mana. He's gonna be finding the Silencer. Wants the kill there with the pull. He's gonna be doing massive amounts of damage, and the Silencer will ultimately fall. A couple of hits, and he's dead till the end comes over just to secure it. Young G, nice dodge on the Storm Hammer, and he will be able to get himself out in the end. It is just a little Silencer kill. The Team Sexy probably won't be too happy about. They wanted more. They only got him. Force Majeure, he's gonna have a Force Staff. I mean, it does make sense.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's a major Force Staff buyer. I'm gonna stop now. Sven, he does have a Crystallis, Daedalus, or the Silver Edge. We'll be finding out fairly soon.
Radiant's top
I guess
tower
Daedalus
is
does
under
look better,
attack.
knowing really to break, but they have been having troubles finding the right initiation, and that's where it will help. He does have the blink, goes into Doom, not really doing all that much damage. DK Focus, very tanky. Mirage with his DD, he didn't have any vision, so no chance to go for the Doom. They will go for a smoke immediately. Till the end is the one holding the gem on the side of Team Sexy, and cybercats, this is their time. This is their time to come back to the game. The Aegis has expired. This should be pretty obvious. Till the end goes for the Glimmer Cape. He wants to live. He will leave back the Pugna Ward. That's gonna be it. Sven needs to run. He's not in that kind of a good position. Where's the blink? 2 more seconds. He'll be fine. He's too speedy for the Doom to get on top of him. Even with the Scorched Earth, the Warcry is just better. Enchantress in the bottom lane. Behind the tower, he might just get jumped here. DK Focus, he'll decide to go for that one. Misses onto the stun. The War Stomp does not connect. And now it's Cybercats that are on the run. A little bit of a tag game here. Tag, you're it. Now it's gonna be Team Sexy. They're the ones chasing. And let's see, Cybercats. They're not afraid of that this time around. They get the silence onto the Enchantress. The Global Silence still hasn't healed. 9 classes trying to live, and the life drain, that's going to be more than possible to happen. The Global Silence does come out. They're seeing the Pugna. They want him dead. Nice force step there. He will be saved by 9 class. And now the vacuum. Dark Lord inside of a very grim situation. They will turn around onto the Doom. They want him dead before he uses his ulti, but it's not going to be happening again. Tag your wrist. Now it's Team Sexy. They're going forward. They want some kills. The Kali's DP out. DK Focus as well, and you're not really good at this game. None of you, because nobody has gotten a catch. Not a single hero has died in that little engagement, skirmish, attempted team fight. I don't even know how to call it, but either way, the teams are not going to be getting anything other than just a little bit of poke and spell usage. The only big spell used was the Global Silence. Actually, the wall was used as well. Dark Lord, that impetus, it can hurt. Force that forward. Dark Lord, he has to run 9 class, a little bit too scary for a support. Look at him. He's threatening to overtake the puck, and to be honest, not even the Morphling isn't that far off.
Dire's bottom tower
Puck is
is
gonna
under
be needing a
attack.
Lincoln Sphere though. Unfortunately for him, super far behind. That's gonna be the last tower gone. And looking at the map, Team Sexy, they've only lost 1 tower so far. This is an 8k gold lead, but it feels like so much more, considering that the Doom and his farming speed is the only thing that's keeping the net worth of Cybercats relevant. Tormentor, gone. That's gonna be a shard for the Pugna. Doesn't really care much about it, but at least you're taking away from the opponents. I guess the Techie's shard on the other side would be nice. Little friends for the Enchantress would have been like, meh. It's pretty much, you know, something that you don't really care about. The Morphling will have an Aghanim Scepter. Last fight he turned into a Sven. I'm expecting him to turn into the Darkseer, who now finds 2 Wisdom Runes. And he seems like an already wise guy to me, so that's a big deal. "30-minute mark comes right now. The sun is gonna start shining, giving more vision players here. 9 class just going for literally doesn't care, jumping from the storm. The global silence comes out immediately. The storm will get doomed. What do you do right now? You need the surge. The coil will break and he needs to run faster, but he's way too fat. Oh, vacuum wall big. They're gonna be losing the storm. Let's see if you can get away from those illusions. 7 Jesu, he doesn't kill the doom, but he's gonna be ran down there. Nefri touch finish him off, and Dark Lord, he would like to escape. He wants to get out of this one. What a nice Hurricane Pike coming out from 9 class, pushing him into his teammates, and Dark Lord will just be taken down. 9 class does way too much damage. 7 Jesu swinging that sword around with the Daedalus does a little bit too much, and it's going to be a huge fight. You killed the storm, but you used every single one of your spells, and it was just impossible to survive through the overwhelming damage of both the Sven and the Enchantress. That's a storm that did 0 damage. He also messed up there. The life drain was coming through, but he ran too far away. Tier 3 will get taken down. They do have a glyph there to refresh, but I don't think cybercats are going to have their heroes to defend this one. Team Sexy will be securing a lane of racks, maybe even more if they feel like staying here. But for now, yep, they're actually pinging it out. 9 class leading the charge. He has the rage necessary, and he's starting to put in the damage. He's the one sporting the gem. That lane of racks taken down. Even though mid lane is easy to defend, cybercats looking towards the later portions of the game, this is going to be very dangerous for you. So Morph turned into the Sven earlier. So you get 40% status resistance from him, and you take 20 stats. That's it. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be turning into this Sven, to be honest. Just it's gonna be more stats coming from the darks here because it's 40%. For those of you guys that might not know, if a hero is universal, you just steal extra 20% stats. Roche up, Aegis Cheese at the ready. Cybercats are going for a smoke. They have to fight. Buybacks are also going to be crucial now, and they have one on the puck and they have one on the silencer. The Calix is leading the charge. He does have his ulti. 7 Jesu pops his. Oh, the god is here. They get a silence up to the mortal. He's going to be turned into a piggy, but he won't be taken down. The 4-star there will save him, and there's the nice escape. The storm jumping in is going to be pulling in the Doom, who does not have his ulti there for 100 seconds. He already used it onto the Sven, who does not care at all. You are the one that is destined to die. You are the one that is doomed. He will run away, though. For now, Force Control hiding in the trees, not going to be happening. They do have the gem on 9 class, who is literally leading the charge every single time. There's 2 supports that, both of which do have buyback. Cybercats, they did delay the Roche slightly, so despite losing 2 of their heroes, it's not the worst thing in the world. They're not losing Raxus, they're not losing Roche. Scratch that. They might be losing Raxus here. Your supports probably don't want to buy back. You don't have any spells, but there's no god strength. Look at how much damage the Sven is doing. It's gonna be cut in half at least. If he doesn't have his ult. Actually, he has 340 damage per hit. Like, the Sven is stacked. He does have the Titan Sliver, the Daedalus, but the damage is actually overwhelming. Well, why did he have that much damage? What the hell? Was his ulti still active? No. But now he has it. Yeah, that is how much damage he has. 340. That's a lot. Because my Dota says 170 plus 10, but yeah, that's not gonna be true. This is the real number. And Roche does fall. 7 Jesu picks up the cheese, and Mirage, he will be having the second life on the Storm Spirit. Buyback's very important right now. With all of the spells ready on Team Sexy, they can go high ground if they want to. Cybercats, on the other hand, waiting on the high ground, not gonna give you a victory, so you're gonna be needing to find a better solution. Morphling going for a Scotty. I mean, it feels like a good item, but is it enough? The Storm Spirit will now have a Linken's as well, so that Doom is just not going to be as effective as it was throughout the game. The Doom does have the Shiva's Guard protecting his teammates, protecting himself from the heavy physical damage of the Sven, and the Techie's Mind's coming into play. They know exactly where Team Sexy is. A Swift Blink as well is on the Sven. Blink Hex on the Darkseer. You have a Zip Hex from the Storm. You have the Blink Hex from the Darkseer. So many things to think about. If you used your Manta on the Morphling, you're going to be in so much trouble. And Doom doesn't have the Purge Creep any longer. He went for the War Stomp.
Let the fun begin.
see cybercats are in the smoke. They're gonna be coming in 9th class. He doesn't really care. There's gonna be a hex onto the silencer. He does have a buyback, so even if he dies, he's gonna be able to return into this game, but not a good way to start the fight. Cybercats not sure what they were thinking, just going head first with the silencer. The draft talked about it. The lineup of cybercats, they have good jump on their heroes, but they have shitty vision. No one provides vision other than the techies, and that's not doing that big a deal. Jumping on the Sven, he's not the one with the Aegis jumping on him. They want to kill him, but he's standing his ground and fighting. Actually, he's dying. He's taking so much damage. He's dead. He does have a cheese, doesn't get a chance to use it, but the storm gets silenced up. He needs to run away, but he will be taken down as well. It's the very first time. He did return the Doom onto the Doom himself there with the Lotus Sword, and now the Storm does escape with the Force Staff. He'll be fine. With the Surge, they do survive, and that's going to be the Doom on cooldown, but doesn't matter. When Sven is back, they're going to have it once more. Yep, breaking the high ground, not easy. Look at how much damage the Sven is doing. Actually, maybe you just let the Storm push the high ground, and you just stay in the back, so once they jump the Storm, you come in and you kill them all. The Storm is approaching level 20.
Dire's courier
Oh,
has
that's
been
probably
killed.
gonna be... He has the static remnant cooldown rather than the longer duration on the electric vortex, considering he doesn't have an Aghanims. Both talents are great. How's the Sven looking? He's level 22. He went for the 10 Warcry armor.
Dire's top tower
Next
is
item
under
gonna be a
attack.
satanic for him. Cybercats showing that they can stay in this game. Doom is just a very strong hero, and now he's getting super close to his Aghanim Scepter. A couple of more Devours and Midases, and with such low cooldowns, that's gonna be no time. Okay, now he has the minus 55 Doom cooldown, so it's gonna be an even faster cooldown there on the spell than what was the case previously. And the Morphling has a Scotty. Next item gonna be a Silver Edge. That I can see changing the game. Changing the game completely. He's also level 22, so he does have the waveform attacks targets. If he gets that, even the small crit, that's gonna be a big influx of damage for the entirety of Cybercats. Puck having the BKB is a big deal as well. But we'll see. We'll see if he can get it off before the hexes
Radiant's
do come
middle
through.
tower is under attack.
Damage.
Dancer did buy back in the previous fight, and so did the techies. So those are gonna be things that you have to look at. There's a Moon Shard on the Enchantress. She's also level 18. Definitely not an easy target and does a shit ton of damage.
Gotcha.
Now Team Sexy are taking it easy. They have the Timeless Relic on the Storm. They have the Timeless Relic on the Doom on the other side. Wisdom Runes in 3.5 minutes. We're just seeing a stalemate right now. Cybercats stuck in their base. Team Sexy controlling the map, kind of taunting them. Come out, wherever you are. We're playing tag at the beginning now. It's gonna be hide and seek. It's like they know where they are, they just cannot do anything about it. (26-9). Looking at all the parameters, Team Sexy should be winning this game, but Cybercats are not out of it just yet. Dota Plus has 18% win probability for them. That is still something that you can rely on. There is still something that can win you this game. The Aghanim's Doom. Out just yet. No, he wants the refresher. The Doom wants the refresher. He has changed his mind.
I'm getting a second wind.
Everybody's in the base. 9 class.
Dire's bottom tower
Threatening
is
there
under
with his
attack.
Moon Shard. He wants the Hex as well. Team Sexy, they really want to find an opening, but they just can't get it. Side lanes are being
Dire's
controlled by
bottom tower is
Cybercats,
under
and
attack.
I actually feel like you should be focusing on one side lane, right? If you control one side lane through the Twin Gate, you're going to be able to hunt the other. And the mid lane, you already have super creeps. And
Stupendous.
cybercats are not going to be crossing the river. So very weird approach from Team Sexy. I feel it's the wrong one. cybercats, they did get back to their base. The question is, do they feel confident enough to go for a smoke? Nope. They're just gonna get out and get some D wards done. Nice 260 gold for the silencer. He's the one that bought the gem. He's the one that gets the credit for that one. The refresher's done for the Doom. If he dies, which is hard, he has 33 armor, to be fair. But if he dies, now without a buyback, it's a big problem. Ben? Was that? I think he had an invis rune. Sven has a penta-edged sword. The Morphling does as well, but it's much better on the Sven. That range is going to be quite nice. Dark Lord. He gives his silencer an Aghanim shard. So +4 when somebody dies, and you will get those silences through attacks. You can. Silencer has a spell prism, and he does have the -20-second global silence cooldown, so it is gonna be refreshed quite fast. The gold lead has not increased for quite some time. This gold lead that seemed insurmountable a couple of 10 minutes ago now doesn't seem that way. This late is not that big of a deal. The Rosh should spawn in a minute and a half, and cybercats, they have to smoke. You have to smoke early. You need preparation for Rosh when it potentially comes. And let's say if it was an early one, you're just gonna lose the game there and then. The smoke is coming through. Afogus eats a creep. He's still staying with the War Stomp. Cybercats, they're coming. They're coming to kill. They do have the double doom. They have the global signs, the buybacks. Only on 2 of their heroes, 3 buybacks ready on the side of Team Sexy. StoRm doesn't have money, neither does the Darks here. Both of them lacking quite a lot. Global Silence comes out. Lotus Orb protecting himself. Hiding vacuum wall. On the 4. Here comes the Sven to crush your heads. Your heads don't exist. The fuck is so low. He needs to run the Fairy Dragon. He is in his own world. They did get the Doom onto the Sven. He has been stunned there by the cold. Dark Lord running away. There's going to be another Doom coming out. But what does it matter? Actually, they're turning it around. There's the turn on. The one that they were looking for. But it doesn't matter. You still need to be dealing with this Morphling illusion that is crushing Dark Lord. And DK Fogus is going to be in trouble. We all know what happens when waves collapse. They cancel each other out. And there's going to be another normal punch. Doesn't feel normal to the Doom. He just has a weak chin, it seems like. And Team Sexy, with 2 buybacks, they win a fight. The Rosh will be spawning in 10 seconds, and they're not going to be there to check it out. They just want to push. They should be forcing out these buybacks. It's very necessary to do so, because Team Cybercats, they now have a win condition. It looked so amazing. They got the BKBs out before the Sven stun. If that Sven stun would have connected on all 4 of them that were inside of the vacuum, that would have been so dangerous. Team Sexy, they have to understand, running into enemy vision, it's always going to be dangerous. That's exactly what they did. They played into the hands of their opponents. The Rosh did spawn. This Rosh could go to have cybercats. Doom does get the buyback, and it's time to bail. 38 seconds until the Morphling is there, and they're coming. They're coming for the Rosh. Team Sexy, if they get it now, it really won't matter all that much that they use the Sven and the Enchantress buyback. Very nice Doom targets. The vacuum wall was already out, so you understood that the Darkseer wasn't going to be that big of an issue, and you got rid of the Enchantress and the Sven. You couldn't really get the Doom on the StoRm. It's way too hard. He has the Lincoln Sphere, and he's very elusive. StoRm has an Aghanims already. He did go for the Electric Vortex talent, so who gets the another Ags? Are we going to be seeing a Superman? It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a Rogue Knight flying towards you. Okay, so now there's gonna be 3 very speedy heroes on Team Sexy, and 5 of their heroes are gonna be in a smoke. It's gonna be leading the charge. It is the Sven with the Aegis. He is the one you don't want to give away. The StoRm is sporting a cheese. He has a Lincoln Sphere as well. His mana refilled mid-fight is gonna be a big deal. Darkseer is approaching level 25. There is a 350 AoE surge or 2 ion shell charges. I'm actually not sure which one you get. He didn't go for the ion shell to 50 max HP. He went for the vacuum talent, so I'm not sure. I feel like the AoE surge is nice, especially versus the double doom. You know, you're like, you can't save them all. Well, with this one you can. Cybercats still in double digits in terms of win probability, 18% at the moment. Buybacks, so important. The Sven doesn't have one, the Doom either. If the Doom dies, that should be it. That's the main target for sure. They found the Doom. His own illusion is being super annoying. The Morphlings as well. Again, with those illusions pretty fast, and that's gonna be it. Link, he went for a BKB, he didn't go for the Silver Edge. I have to say though, with the vacuum wall, that might be the best approach. Vacuum wall into Sven stun. If you are stunned, you're gone. You're literally gone. Everybody is gone. Sven has 400 damage before he uses his ulti. What the freaking hell? And then he gets like 300 more. Okay, so 700 damage per hit. That means that his crits are gonna be... what, like 1600? Ah, seems fair. 1600 crit goes in. There's the damage. Okay, he has 900 damage.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
His 9 freaking hundred damage. What the hell? 7 Jesu. He's so strong.
Dire's top
Oh, he has the plus 50% God strength. Okay. Jesu. Oh, the Morphling, he has stolen him. He goes in there. The Lotus Orb protecting the Morphling quite nicely, but the vacuum is going to be awesome. And they're going for the Silencer. He's looking very much dead. That's having the buyback. Working him in the techies. Can go in again. 7 Jesu still with the Aegis. The crap and the heals are coming through. Are they going to use the Doom on him? There's the first Doom. The first one was actually on the Enchantress. The second one was on the Sven. He's trying to save the Aegis. If he does, having the Satanic, he's going to be able to heal back up to full. But the Pugna is there. Have my life. Rogue Knight, go and kill them all. Look at how long that Doom lasts. What the hell? Like, the Timeless Relic is one hell of an item. You are deleted. Okay, so they're lagging. Both of them, the ones that got doomed, makes sense. When you're doomed for an eternity, it's only normal that your PC is like, yeah, bro, I can't stand this any longer. The Enchantress got doomed despite the Lincoln Sphere on him. Both the Aegis and the Cheese are still available for 66 seconds until the Doom, but there's only 30 seconds until the God Strength. So this is gonna be the longest 30 seconds of Cybercat's life. Looking like it's gonna be a 2-0. Let's see. Not go that way. Sexy. They're back to full. All of their resources are refilled. And they will have the God strength in just 14 seconds. The strength of the gods. It is not with Sven right now, but it is going to be fairly soon. He has the Lotus Orb. He has everything on him. He's being buffed up by the Lotus, by the Lincolns. Protected by his team. The other side, they just cannot fight. They're just spamming the orb. 7 Jesu, not looking like he wants to stop anytime soon. His HP will be refilled back up to full. 3,800 HP that you have to go through if you want this guy dead twice. Let's have the Aegis for another minute. Cybercats, they bought time. Team Sexy, do you go in? There is a Doom. Double Doom is going to be available in 60 seconds. That's a big timing that you can go for. This is the last Lane of Rax, and the God Strength was used. He's going for it. He just wants to take everything down, swinging his big sword and destroying everything. You fight me now or never again. He's going to be jumping in onto the creeps. The Glyph is there, protecting the destructions for 7 seconds. They're going to get the Hex onto the puck. Infernal Blade on the Storm as well, jumping in on him. He's in a little bit of trouble. He's the Cheese. The Doom is threatening with it. He's going to be going onto 9 class, and Mirage is still surviving. They will be healing the Sven, who wants the Mega Creeps. He's doing his best. Turns around onto the Doom and just slashes him into 2. He is their tankiest hero. Do you have anybody stronger? Somebody stop me. 7 Jesu, did he put a mask on? And they have one for a very long time. Lincoln's on Raj doesn't have the cheese any longer, but the crab will save him either way. There's going to be a normal punch onto the Morphling, so he has to be fighting his own illusion that is very, very strong, and he's taking some time to do so. You're now up against the Mega Creeps. It's looking like it's over for Cybercats here in this game number 2. They are going to be losing this series, but they're not giving up just yet. The StoRm jumps in, has enough mana to go in, but not really to kill anybody, and he's going to be needing that Pugna battery to come in handy so they can heal back up to full, but not. Now they're gonna be going for the throne, and Cybercats, you have to go in right now. Force Majority, that's a really nice jump. Nobody really cares. They're gonna be creating some Morphling illusions. He turns into a Sven, but it doesn't matter. Turn into a piggy. That's what you are. A swine that will get cut in half and eaten. He does buy back. He wants to fight once again. He is not done, but his throne is. And Cybercats will be losing game number 2. With that, the series of Team Sexy will be victorious after 2 dominant performances in this best of 3 series. Very nice action-packed day of Dota. Our 3 series, only one went all the way, but we still did enjoy these teams going up against each other. In this previous series, Team Sexy definitely showed that they're the better team, and Cybercats, there wasn't one point in the entirety of the 2 games where they showed we can beat this team. No, Team Sexy were in front every single step of the way, and in the end, they got a 2-0 victory. The last game wasn't easy, but it was still in their control. That being said, guys, that's it for today. Today on June the 12th, on Monday, we did see 3 amazing series. Navi Jr., they beat Sibe with a 2-0 score. StoRm lost versus Moneymakers 1-2, and Sexy, they have just beaten Cybercats with a 2-0 score. We have one more game left in week 1 here at the Eastern European DPC Division 2, and that is tomorrow. We're going to be seeing StoRm versus Navi Jr. Both me and Rob are going to be on that one. 16 CEST is when the series will start, so be sure to be here for more great Dota in the Eastern European DPC.